Hello students, welcome to the fourth quarter project. You should have a packet with all of your materials needed for the project. On that packet, put your first and last name really big, written really big, first and last name. Also, tell me your block. So like maybe you're in B3. Also, in parentheses, tell me your partner's first and last name. If you are going to work with somebody, but you will have to turn in everything by yourself, and your partner will turn in everything by himself or herself, but your projects can look very similar. Now open up your folder. In that folder should have 6 additional shapes, actually 7, but you're only going to use circle 1 and not circle 2. Normally you would be able to choose 6 shapes out of 22 that would be displayed in the classroom. However, since we're doing online work right now, you are given the shapes randomly because you just picked up a folder. So those are your shapes. So every student should have 6 shapes, not including circle shape 2. So have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and one of them should be shape 1, so all of us can compare our answers with shape 1. Before you cut your shapes, go ahead and measure. Let me explain to you how you're going to measure. We will all use centimeters for measuring. To be as accurate as we can, we are going to measure starting at the middle of the circle, and then you are going to go towards the inside part of your circle. The reason for that is after you cut, if you cut just a little too much into the black, we won't have the same measurement. So you're going to go in the middle of that dot all the way, or that point, all the way to just the tip of this inside part of this circle. Go ahead and measure that with your centimeters. I'll do that also. I am getting 6.8 centimeters. You should also. I printed the same shape at the same time. If you have questions, try to remeasure again, starting at the center of the point, the center point of the center point of the circle, all the way to the inside edge of the circle. So for your other shapes, you're going to measure inside. So for instance, you're going to go right to the inner edge as you're measuring. Again, measure centimeters and round each of your measurements to the nearest tenth of a centimeter. So the entire project, round to the tenth place. Okay, go to your first packet, put your first and last name on the packet, and then go ahead and write down your partner's first and last name. If you are going to work with somebody on it, again, put your block, and then write down that it's due Friday, May 15th, 3 p.m., and if you are late, you will have points deducted, and I, as always, will not help students a few days before Friday, May 15th. So the last day would probably be that Tuesday night or Wednesday after school. You are going to eventually, after you measure all your shapes and record them in the inner part of this purple packet, then you will cut the shapes and you will trace them on your dartboard. You are more than welcome to tape them or glue them. Probably not glue. I would just tape them or trace them on your 11 by 7 sheet of paper, and you can put the shapes in any position, but they cannot overlap, and they have to completely be within that 11 by 17 sheet of paper. That is your dartboard. So you may have the same shapes as someone else, but your dartboards should probably look different because you can put your shapes anywhere you want. However, your shape measurements should be the same measurements as someone else with the same number. I'll be grading this project partially for accuracy in measurements as well. Okay, so everyone has the same dartboard. It's an 11 inches by 17 inches. You will have to convert 11 inches to centimeters using unit conversions and 17 inches to centimeters by using unit conversions, and then find the area in square centimeters. All of your answers should be the same. The measurements work chart needs to be very accurate. So all of us will have shape number 1, and that shape is a circle. I just measured, and so you need to have a picture of the measurement that's important. That is your radius. And our radius, we found out, was 6.8 centimeters. Each one of your dimensions should be labeled in centimeters. The area formula for this one all should be the same also. So area equals pi r squared for a circle, and because we measured it now is approximately equal to pi times 6.8 squared. Now, because we measured it, it is approximate, and we are going to, throughout this whole project, round to their tenths place. So put in your calculator pi times 6.8 squared, and we get about 145.3, and that would be centimeters squared. Your theoretical probability is TP. It's not for toilet paper. It is for theoretical probability. The theoretical probability will all be over the rectangle's area. So whatever you got for that area of the rectangle should be the same. So area of the rectangle, meaning the area of your big dartboard. That number should be there in centimeters squared. In the numerator is your answer from the previous part, which in this case is 145.3 squared centimeters. Down here, you should also have a squared centimeters. So you are going to now show that you're canceling those squared centimeters, and you'll get approximately equal to a percent. Your percent should also be rounded to a tenths place. EP is for experimental probability. In experimental probability, we are going to have 100 darts that are going to hit our object, and that's all going to be done on GeoGebra. And you are going to put the number of hits in your circle divided by 100. So let's say I had 7 hits. Then my answer here would be 7%. You will not be able to fill out this EP part, the experimental probability, until the very end after you've done your GeoGebra exercise and your Google form, actually Google Sheet. So at this point, the first thing you do now is you are going to find each dimension and fill out each of the boxes up until your theoretical probability. So you can do all 6 of those pieces up until and just leave the EP, the experimental probability, blank. So you should fill out all of these sections. The experimental trials chart cannot be done until you've done the GeoGebra part, and you can't answer the questions until the very end as well. You are going to answer the questions on Google Sheets and then submit it to me. You'll be turning in the purple packet and this purple rubric. You'll want to right now make sure you write down your first and last name. And if you are working with a partner, go ahead and put their name as well, and then put your block. The due date is Friday, May 15th by 3 p.m. Points deducted if you don't turn it in early, and you should turn it in at least a week early and get it checked by me before you officially turn it in. You'll want to pay attention to the rubric and make sure you get a perfect on this assignment, because that is the expectation in Geometry Honors, is that you get a perfect on your project. So to recap, at the end, you should be turning in your dartboard, your purple packet, and this rubric. That is going to be given to me, and put the purple packet and this rubric in your dartboard folder. Then you're going to submit the GeoGebra link in Canvas and the Google Sheets link in Canvas. Don't give me the dartboard, purple packet, and rubric until you have submitted your links. You should get each of those sections checked off by me before you turn it all in. Again, plan on turning it in a week before Friday, May 15th. You're going to want to use this helps packet a lot. The helps packet shows you the 22 shapes. These are not the shapes you want to measure. You want to measure the shapes that are in your project packet, the folder. These just show you the possible shapes that you could have chosen, but I already chose them for you, and these are smaller in measurements, and I do not want you measuring these. After you have measured and recorded all of the dimensions of your shapes on your purple packet and hopefully checked your measurements with other students, now you can cut out the shapes and trace over them. Please make sure you are showing your numbers of the shapes clearly for Mrs. Moslick, because I want to see the numbers very big, and your shapes should be outlined really neatly. If you choose to just tape your objects, I think it may be a little messy. So I would encourage you to trace and then use a thick marker. Do that and make nice, neat, straight edges. If you just cut and paste, you may lose a point for just the presentation of it. So this is a good example of someone using colored marker. After tracing in pencil the shapes, go ahead and with a straight edge, trace over those trace marks from your pencil, use a color. You are now ready to take a picture of your dartboard. Once you take a picture of your dartboard, you are ready to import it in a new GeoGebra file, and then you can read up on the instructions in your helps packet. The helps packet will be tremendously useful for you. I will not help you much with this project. Part of this project is, can you read the helps packet well and answer your own questions? I spent a lot of time typing up the helps packet. There's a section on GeoGebra, there's a section on Google Sheets. I am your boss on this project. Do not bother me unless you have contacted many other students. Everything should already be in the helps packet or in this video. Have a great time on this project. It is my favorite, and have a good time. Bye-bye.